assign a PDA to electronic portfolios. In previous releases of Alma, the only way that a given electronic portfolio would be associated with a PDA was during the import of that portfolio, and that's how it was defined in the import file. But now, from within Alma, you can assign a PDA to an electronic portfolio. One way to do that is manually. You go into the portfolio, you edit, and you change the PDA. And another way is to run a job that can assign a PDA to several electronic portfolios at once. One use for this feature is in case that these portfolios were imported from a different system that had, let's say, a different name for the PDA or something like that, and you want to change that, then you could just run this job and that'll update all of the records. Let's take a look at how to assign a PDA to an electronic portfolio. Back in Alma, let's search for an electronic portfolio. The first way I want to show you is the manual way. So let's, for example, search for chemistry. Okay, here we go, and we can go into clinical chemistry, for example, click edit, and under portfolio information, we have a new selection box here, PDA, and clicking on it, I can select to assign any of the existing PDAs in the system, for example, the demo PDA, patron-driven acquisition, select, and you'll see here that under View PDA Details, I can click here and edit the PDA. This takes me straight into the PDA Details page from the electronic portfolio. Save. So that is the manual way of assigning a PDA to an electronic portfolio. Now let's take a look at the batch job that can do the same thing to a whole bunch of portfolios. So we can assign a PDA to several portfolios at once. Alma menu, run a job. Okay, the job type is information update, and we want to change electronic portfolio information. So we select change electronic portfolio information. Next. Now we have to select a set of electronic portfolios. Let's filter for electronic portfolios and have the Electro set and the Greek set. Let's go ahead and take this Electro set. It's a set that contains several portfolios. And here, under the task parameters, we have a new option to set a PDA. So we select one of our PDAs, let's say the Amazon PDA, and I have to select this checkbox here for set PDA. Next, and schedule a job as soon as possible. We're going to run this right now. Okay, let's review and confirm. The one thing that we want to do is set PDA. It's selected as yes, and it's going to set the PDA to Amazon PDA for every electronic portfolio in the set. Submit. Now the job is running. We can refresh. The job is complete. Go into history here. Here we go. Change electronic portfolio information. An Electro set completed successfully. And if I go here to report, we can see 3 records were processed. If we go into the set itself, then we'll see that the portfolio information was updated. Let's go into Alma menu, Manage Sets, and Electro set, Actions, Members. Okay, these are the 3 portfolios. To see its PDA, as we've seen before, I click on Edit, Portfolio Information, and as you can see, the PDA is Amazon PDA, and you can view PDA details by clicking here. If we take another member of this set, let's say this portfolio over here, Portfolio Information, Amazon PDA, same thing. So we saw 2 methods of assigning a patron-driven acquisition to an electronic portfolio. The first was the manual way, and the second was by running a process. That's how you assign a PDA to an electronic portfolio.